back here to New York, and I want to ask you, doctor, so I'm hearing this language about vaccines. We heard there in Atlanta sort of the language of, come on, this is not Ebola coming, this is a patient coming. You and I on the break were talking about the fact that I was feeling legitimate panic, but also not wanting to be the cable news host that gins up panic about infectious disease. So help me breathe through this.
So it's a really interesting and complicated story because we don't have to panic about Ebola. Ebola isn't going to spread in New York. It is possible that someone could get on a plane and fly to New York with Ebola, but it isn't the right virus to start an epidemic here. And here's why. As soon as you become infectious, you also become symptomatic, and the symptoms are dramatic. So Ebola cases are relatively straightforward to identify, certainly in New York, and then all the other things that we can do for control, active case finding, looking for, so contact tracing, figuring out who the person's been in contact with, isolation of those people, and then treatment, all of that means that it won't spread in a major Western city. But in Africa, it's totally different. We have to think these are the poorest countries in the world. These all are in the bottom 10 poorest countries in the world. Their public health systems are ridiculously different, and their populations are extremely, literacy is very low, and their mistrust of their health systems is very low as well. So it's able to spread in Africa in a way it can't spread here.
Okay, I want to dig into that a little bit more with you when we come back, because I want to make the claim that we should care, even if it's not going to outbreak in New York, and I want to think a little bit about sort of how we even think about infectious disease in this country as soon as we come back.